Yeah. All right, Knicks fans. Another night, another frustrating loss. Once again, the score doesn't tell the whole story. The Knicks fall 111-99 to Atlanta. And if you're looking at effort and rebounds, you'll think that this was closer than it felt. New York won the glass, stayed competitive in assists, forced turnovers. But for the second game in a row, the story comes down to two things. A brutal night from three and no plan B when those shots stop falling. 9 for 44 from deep. 20%. And when the perimeter offense dried up, everything else froze with it. On top of that, we're watching Jalen Brunson take contact all night, no whistle, while the Hawks get a completely different standard on the other end. This isn't about excuses. It's about patterns. And Knicks fans are starting to notice. So tonight, we break down what actually went wrong, why the offense stalled, and the threes didn't fall, and how officiating continues to impact the game. We're not stopping there, though. We've got real questions about Mitchell Robinson's availability, whether the Knicks are being too cautious, and what that means for the rotation, and what the front office needs to decide with Landry Shamet's contract coming up. This isn't panic. This is evolution. This is Knicks-ish. Let's get into it. Oh, my boy is here. Fraz!
Hit the intro.
Boom shakalaka! The Knicks are grit. These kids and our party ain't just lit. Bet it's the littest. You know we lit. You know we lit. You know we lit. You know we lit. Turn up, no we lit. Turn up. You know we lit. Let's go deep time. You know we lit. Mrs. Nixon. You know we lit. Kev, what up? You know we lit. Fresh, that's the Pearl A Lord. You know we lit. Knickerbocker, have a talk to. Let's go. We lit.
Yeah. Live and direct once again on your YouTube screen. It is your favorite Knicks and Ish panel. And of course, y'all already know the vibe because I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Fast Task, here in the building with the rest of the Knicks and Ish panel. Never limited to, but always included the first lady of Knicks and Ish, Mrs. Knicks is in the building. Please join me in a salute for my good brother, Knickerbocker Ave. And my good brother, the one and only Kev Rodriguez is in the building.
You know we lit.
Wow. And after all the gunshots, I need to hear 3 words.
I'm a spark plug.
Yeah, that's the 3 words I need to hear because the one and only host of the show, Tea Time, is here in the building. Y'all already know what it is. And you know, I gotta do my normal shit. Press like for your favorite panel. Share it as always, Karen. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell, set the all, so you get all notifications when Knicks and Ish goes live. Also, do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, we are now accepting all super chats. So if you want your comment highlighted, we will literally stop in the middle of the conversation that we're having to acknowledge and highlight your comment for that moment when you hit us with a super chat. So thank you in advance if you do decide to do that as well. Do not forget that that is there. I'm just gonna set the stage real quick and then I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. Knicks lose 111-99. Oh, sorry, my bad. I forgot about this one. Don't forget about the Knicks is Shopify. Cop yourself some merch today. All right. You see, yeah, there we go. T-Time showing you the Garden Certified T-shirt. There's plenty of other heat that's up there. The Jalen Brunson on fire. Plenty of other things up there. And one more thing before I turn it over to the panel. Some housekeeping, if y'all don't mind. I see we got a Terry Rogers in the building. Shout out to you for pulling up. Minnie Durbin is also in the building. Shout out to you on the pull up as well. And I'm sure more people are gonna pull up as we continue to go on with the live. So I'm gonna set the stage and then I'm gonna turn it over to Tea Time. Knicks lose 111-99. Third loss in Madison Square Garden. Oh yeah, hold on, wait. Sorry.
Terry Rogers, tread very lightly.
Oh, okay.
It's a very hungry panel up here tonight. Everybody is not in the best moods. Baby J show, you would get booted. We have no problem doing that.
Yeah, listen.
But yeah. I mean, my fault, Fraz. Continue.
Nah, no worries. I figured it wasn't nothing to do with me, but before I turn it over to the pen, I'm gonna just set the stage real quick. Knicks lose
hold on,
wait,
Fraz.
wait.
No, we have to preface this again as T-Time said it, because I'm gonna let everybody know it's open.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Frank stand is now open. Jalen Brunson. Here you go. Free of charge, you hater.
Eat a dick.
Just letting y'all know. You want that heat?
Oh, Frank
Bring
stand.
it.
Okay. So Randu in the building. Shout out to you on the pull up, Randu. So again, Knicks lose 111-99 for only the third loss at Madison Square Garden all year. The 3-point shooting was atrocious. The points in the paint was atrocious. You know what? I'm not even going to give it all away. Take it away, T-Time.
So I want to start by saying I don't want to make this sound like panic. It's not. It's far from panic. It's frustration because even with everybody that was missing tonight, this is a game I feel like we still should have won. Easily at that, right? So I don't want to make it sound like panic. It's frustration. It's a game that we should have definitely somebody's already got.
Yeah, I'm not. If you spamming, you're out of here.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, right? I let them spam. You know why? Because that's engagement. As long as they're being respectful, that's all I care about. You feel me? Be respectful. That's engagement. We're gonna go up. You know what I mean? Pause. But anyway, it's a tough loss. Because you know what? The only time they show up is when we lose. So, you know what I mean? Who cares? You feel me? As long as they're respectful. We will not subscribe. All right, then boot them then. If you're not going to subscribe, then boot. Peace out, homie. Hold on. I'll do it myself. Wait. Hold on. Give me a second. There you go. Oh, somebody beat me to the punch. Thank you. We will not subscribe. You don't have no reason for being here. Right. So boom. You know, it is a frustrating loss because it's a game that we definitely should have won. We played sloppy at times. 3-point shooting was absolutely atrocious, as I mentioned earlier. But this is a game that I still felt like was still in hand with all these things. Like we still had a shot at victory, but we didn't do that. So I'm not going to be too long-winded. I'm going to pass it off to the panel. You know what I mean? Cause my good brother hasn't been here as often. I have to start with him. I have to.
Send it my way.
Give me.
Send it my way.
Either way. It don't matter. Both of y'all been kind of MIA. I ain't gonna lie.
It don't even matter. Send it my way, man.
Again,
So, if we talking about tonight's game, I'm going to touch on a few things. First and foremost, shout out everybody in the building. I've been here a little bit. Happy New Year to everybody watching right now. You know, we just hit 2026 now, and we appreciate y'all very much for pulling up and for being here. Let's just say it like this: the turnovers was bad. Starting out the game, letting the Hawks hit 3-point shots was bad. The 17-point second quarter was atrocious. The fact that there was a lack of points in the paint tonight definitely was something that made us one-dimensional tonight, because you could see it in the Hawks defense. Basically, they was just aiming to take Brunson out the game early because they know he comes out early and does his thing. And then in the second quarter, if you was paying attention enough, you see they switched the zone. Why? They wanted to eliminate the Knicks, who are one of the top teams in the league at points in the paint, from killing them with points in the paint. And their strategy worked on us. I mean, Okongwu was killing us early from three. And it was like, y'all let Okongwu hit 4 threes in the first quarter? He came out and was just shooting them things. And I'm like, okay, the defense was non-existent on them threes. And at some point, you would have thought at least Mike Brown would have tried to make some kind of adjustment, but the Hawks had the answers tonight. I ain't going to lie. This could have been a better game, but not having Karl Anthony Towns basically made us one-dimensional. So I'm going to land it there.
thank you, Knickerbocker Ave, for being on point. Okay, at me.
You're muted, Kev.
My bad. I think I kind of agree with Fraz on that last statement. Cat is a big part of our offense, right? And then not having him out there, he kind of like spreads the floor out a little bit, which kind of allows our players to attack the rim and get points in the paint. And I think that in this game without him, Atlanta kind of said, all right, well, we're gonna cut that. We're gonna cut that short. Sorry about the noise in the background. We're gonna cut that. We're gonna have them beat us from the 3-point line, and it kind of worked for them because our 3-point shooting was atrocious today, and everybody. I mean, the whole team was just completely bad. But I gotta say, man, like not having our 3 best rebounders in Mitch, Cat, and people keep just mentioning Mitch and Cat, but people forget about what Josh brings to the table. He's the switch army knife. He's the one that gets all the loose balls. You could put him on Jalen Johnson. You could put him on anybody on that team. Um, Not having those 3 guys is a big miss for us. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, you got Josh is like the heart and I wouldn't say like the heart and soul, but he's like the engine that runs. You know what I'm saying? So, those are 3 key misses, and then just bad defense to me all around tonight. I know I like the fight towards the end, but where was that throughout the whole game? Um, I do agree with T Time when he said about the refs, but again, we gotta keep fighting. Obviously, this game, we weren't able to get back on our feet, and they Atlanta handled us a loss. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I think they play better without Trey Young. So this is what happens.
I do agree with my boy Cavs. Refs can't be the only excuse. You got to step up to the challenge. But nasty work. Jalen Brunson is a superstar in this league, and he deserves the due respect superstars get. Yeah, I mean, but we still got to find a way to win. Mrs. Knicks, holla at me.
Brutal. That's all I can say today was brutal. It was terrible to watch. I mean, we glorify the offense when it looks good, but then games like today take me back to earlier in the season when I kept saying, when the shots don't fall, this offense looks terrible. And today proved it again. It looked terrible. At what point does the team and the coaching staff say, okay, tonight's not our shooting night. We have to find another way. They didn't do it at all today, which is very unlike them because up until now, we've always found a way. So I'm just confused as to why a way wasn't found today. Just kept chucking and chucking and chucking. And when we made the run in the fourth, and then they hit shots, they called timeout. We called timeout. Somebody called timeout. And we come back and go back to chucking instead of doing what was working, passing the ball, getting to the cup. What didn't click today? I'm just very confused. This isn't the Knicks team we're used to watching over the month of December. Like, what happened? We cut the lead down to what? 9? Timeout got called. We come back, chuck threes. That's never going to win games. And it's not going to win games on nights where we need to score at the end to get back. And we're shooting 22% from the three-point line. Like, stop that shit. They don't really, KP ain't blocking shit in that paint. Like, what are we acting scared for? 27 assists, we should have won the fucking game.
Sis, you are owing no money on so many different levels. I remember when we went down, I think it was 11. It wasn't 9, it was 11. We cut the lead to 11. And it was because we were getting stops and we're getting 2-point buckets. You didn't have to even solo on me. I'm not going to be long. And there was a timeout called by Atlanta, and we came out back-to-back possessions and shot 3-pointers. And I was literally sitting on the couch. What the fuck are we doing? Knickerbocker Ave, talk to me.
9 for 43. I would have been okay if they went 9 for 33. I would have been okay with 9 for 35. But 43 shots, all from deep, and you hit 9 of them. And then, to top it to boot, I mean, you shot 37% from the field. You won the fast breaks battle. You weren't that far back in bench points. Free throws are about the same. So what really happened? You mean to tell me that just because Karl Anthony Towns was out, Mitchell Robinson was out, Josh Hart was out, Landry Shamet has been out, that we couldn't get around a Trae Youngless and basically still Porzingis-less Atlanta Hawks team? I mean, I'm not going to say that we completely shit the bed tonight.
We did.
But I'm going to say it anyway. We shit the bed tonight. The Knicks did not shoot the ball well. They didn't play efficiently. They didn't move the ball. I mean, as we've been seeing them all throughout the month of December, where they went 11-4. And tonight showed that if you applied the pressure in the right spots and keeping them out of the paint, which obviously if you have Karl Anthony Towns, it's kind of hard to do that because you have to respect him if he's standing at the 3-point line. If you have Mitchell Robinson, kind of have to respect that. You know, you might have to clog the paint, but you're not going to be able to do very much because he's a black hole for offensive rebounds. I just think that the Knicks just really shit the bed tonight. They didn't execute, and they're probably still hungover from that flight from San Antonio. So there's no excuses. Atlanta played the better game, and to Kev's point earlier, honestly, I do think that they're actually better without Trae Young. And when I've seen a number of reports and mock trades out there, I'm now not so surprised that Trae Young's name gets thrown out there a lot. But that's not a knock on him. I see it may actually benefit them in the future. But enough about them. The Knicks shit the bed. They need to fix it because tomorrow night they're back at it again, and they have to figure it out because you have to get some get back because Philadelphia last time they came to town, they handed us another L. So I mean, I'm gonna let them play there, but at this point, I'm a little disgusted at just how little effort the Knicks actually showed tonight on both sides of the ball. I mean, it's one thing to let guys walk up to threes. And in the case of San Antonio, against San Antonio, where Champagny was basically hitting the same 3-point shot from the same spot, 6 or 7 times. But when you let a whole team do it, that's unacceptable. I mean, that's not championship winning basketball. I'm sorry.
I feel like Nick Bakayev is right. In essence, 100% right. Stop winning basketball when you do what we did tonight. It's not. But I'm going to stall them out, though. You feel me? I'm going to stall them out because tonight was actually one of our better defensive nights of the season. We gave up 111. We was giving up 130 in like our last 3 or 4 games. And we gave up 111. And then there's something to be said with a whole array of people who's never really played actual minutes together. We went super deep into our bench tonight because we are gimped. You feel me? We are gimped. And I'm not using that as an excuse. It's just the reality of fact, right? We're playing people in primetime minutes that normally didn't ever really get primetime minutes together. So I'm going to stall them out on that. You feel me? I'm not going to really go in on the Knicks for this loss, but Knickerbocker Ave is 100% right. There was a lot of plays where rotation was bad and people didn't get up on plays, but it was also times where you watch people who didn't play as much isolate what was happening and try to stop it. Let's talk about Kevin McCullough having another good game. It was a good game for him. He didn't really score a lot, but defensively it was very impressive to watch. It was very impressive to watch. That guy, I'm going to call it now, right? That guy we need to resign. And once his contract is up, re-sign Kevin McCullough to whatever we need to give him for him to stay a part of this team. Because having 2 Josh Harts is better than having 1 Josh Hart.
Right.
Because that kid is impressive. He's impressive. And Hart, Fraz, I always give people their shout outs when they see a player. They be like, that's the guy, that's my guy. He needs minutes, he needs flowers. We need to pay attention to this guy. Fraz used to be on this panel pretty much not hollering, but very loud about Hog Purdy. Very loud about him. And tonight, he showed that he could be baby Mitch. When his mind is locked in on, y'all not getting no rebounds? Because that's what he did at a certain point of the game. He said, y'all not about to get no rebounds. And he went apeshit. I think
he had 15 rebounds in like 23 minutes or something like that, 24 minutes.
16.
16 rebounds. Okay, 16.
That's Mitch-esque.
Yeah.
It might not have been all on the offensive end like Mitch does, but he had some offensive rebounds. Don't get it twisted. Good ones too. You feel me? So I was very impressed by that. Like this wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. We were missing some pivotal parts of our team. And to give Atlanta some credit, because Trae Young wasn't playing, so I could do that. They play better without him.
They did.
Let's be perfectly honest. They have been playing way better without him. And I've always said this about Trae Young. Trae Young is not a winning player. His style of basketball is not conducive to winning.
He's a street baller.
Right.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Knickerbocker. And it's because he's not high efficiency, but he's high usage. His assists are only high because teams feel like in their mind they had to double him when he's hot. So he's hitting wide open people because there's a double team. You feel me? Like, so he's not really as good. And I remember when people were dubbing him as the next Steph Curry, and I was like, what basketball are you motherfuckers watching? Just because somebody chucks threes from 40 feet don't make him Steph Curry. Especially when I'm getting too long on it.
He's not even the next Baron Davis, the older one, the one that we got when we got. I mean,
wow.
That's how I see it.
I'm glad you distinguished because Baron Davis was the truth in his prime. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm talking about Nick Baron Davis, not
former
Baron Davis.
Or that was he was ass.
I gotta agree with Randu, right? Because on a day like tonight where you got no Cat, you know, I feel like Mo Diawara should have got some more minutes other than 6 minutes. You know, that's the second straight game. That's the second straight game already that you pay him 5 to 6 minutes after he gave us such a great game, and I think it was versus the Pelicans, if I'm mistaken. I think that's the game he had like 18 or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his defense could have helped out because we struggled minorly. You know, he gives us length. He runs the floor. He's smart. You know what I mean? Like, having him out there could have helped out a lot.
Yeah. Now I agree with that as well. I definitely think Mo Cheddar should have got some more minutes. You feel me? He's another one who's impressive. And before I get, because I got more questions about the game. Right? But sneaky drafting from the Knicks. Sneaky drafting from the Knicks. We're talking about Colin Kolek. We're talking about Mo Diawara. We're talking about Kevin McCullough. These are sneaky draft picks. I would have
Huck Porty too. Ariel Huck Porty though.
For sure, Huck Porty. Thank you, Cap. These are sneaky draft picks.
And if you want to even go further back, you throw in Deuce and Mitch.
Facts. Deuce is
Mitch. Wait.
Mitch.
No one knew about Mitch. Mitch didn't even play college.
So
hold on.
You're right. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to this regime, right? Because Mitch is the previous.
It's the old regime. Old regime.
You're right, though. That was a sneaky draft pick for sure.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm talking about this regime.
That was Scott Perry.
For sure. Nah.
Was that Scott Perry? I think that was Scott Perry and them.
I think it was before Scott Perry. It was Scott Perry?
Scott Perry and them, yeah.
Knickerbocker have said it's Scott Perry. I'm going to believe him for sure. But you know why I believe him? Because you know why? I'm not saying I don't believe you, Kev, right? You just have you have somebody else to confirm.
Right.
But you know how I felt about Scott Perry, Kev?
Yeah. He was.
You know the motto was "It's Scott Perry we trust" for sure. That
Yeah.
was my motto.
Yeah. He was. He was.
You know what I mean? But to
A
get
big
back to the
factor.
game, right? When the Knicks go 9 for 40, as all of us expressed, right? What's the plan B supposed to be? And why didn't we see it tonight? Kev, holla at me.
Can you say the first part again? Because you kind of broke up on my end.
All right. So when the Knicks go 9 for 43 from 3, right? What's the plan B supposed to be? And why didn't we see it tonight?
Well, the plan B, right, failed us because we couldn't get to the basket as much as we wanted to, not having Cat out there. I think that's the biggest reason why. And at times, we was moving the ball around and we was making buckets, but even that we start chucking up 3-point shots and that kind of like derail our runs a little bit. So I mean, real short, quick answer. I feel like that's what it was. Not having Cat out there, and Atlanta just made that big adjustment, and it worked out for them.
I mean, all right. I'm not gonna give my opinion yet. Who goes next? Mrs. Knicks.
So to me, plan A should always be getting to the paint. That should be number one. Getting into the paint opens up the 3-point line. But for some reason, this team plan A is shoot threes. So then I guess plan B should be get into the paint. But they didn't do it. I don't know why they didn't do it. I feel like Atlanta doesn't really have shot blocking threats. Yes, they were taller than us in most positions, but that has never stopped us in the past. So I really don't know why the Knicks didn't do it. Shooting threes to start off the game and them not going in kind of kills your confidence, and then everything else just downfalls from there. So I don't know. I feel like plan A should be penetrate the basketball, get easy shots, open up the 3-point line. But for some reason, this team just ain't doing it. I don't know.
Knickerbocker ad.
Well, you guys already said what the typical coach would do is plan A, attack the basket, plan B, shoot threes, or a vice versa of this. From the 30-plus games I've seen Mike Brown coach the Knicks now, plan A is to shoot threes. Plan B is to get to the corner quicker so you can shoot another three. And then plan C is if plans A and B don't work, pass it to another guy and rush another three.
Yeah.
And then at some point, Jalen and Mikal and OG said, fuck this shit. We're going to shoot some twos because we're getting some looks. Fortunately for Atlanta, they kind of saw that coming, and they clogged the paint, and they made life impossible for the Knicks to be able to get comfortable, to get looks, and they clogged up every passing lane. So even if the Knicks were able to get to move the ball around the perimeter, they couldn't get anything done in the paint. So to answer your question, our logic and most basketball logic will say attack the basket, shoot the three, or shoot the three and attack the basket. But Mike Brown seems to be is shoot the three, get to the corner, shoot the three, get to the corner quicker and shoot the three. And then if you can't get to the corner quicker, get to another guy who's behind the 3-point line. And, sometimes it works. A lot of times it doesn't, whatever.
Fries.
So the panel pretty much mentioned just about everything that could have basically been Plan B, but honestly, again, it shows when certain players are missing that we don't have certain guys who are known for doing certain things on the court. So if the guys who are the next man up are not doing that, then of course Plan B is out the window. And the simple fact of the matter is, if you can't be consistent doing these things, you won't win the basketball game. Plan B would have been to run the offense through Brunson, but again, as I aforementioned in the live, they were already on to Plan B. Salute to Frankie Fingers in the chat. The Hawks was already. That's why they played Dyson Daniels on Brunson pretty much all game, hounding him. So again, there you have it.
So here's my 2 cents, right? I agree with everybody. You know, Knickerbocker did give very astute assessment of what happened when Macau and OG tried to attack the basket. But the problem with that is we allowed, oh nah, don't ban him. He's just laughing. No. He's giving us engagement. He's being very respectful. I only want people banned that's being disrespectful. I don't care if they troll. Yeah, I mean, we gotta take the L's the same way we take the W's. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, so we
driving to the bucket with OG and Macau.
We drive them to the bucket with OG and Macau, and they definitely adjusted to that. But we didn't set a tone early with. I don't know why I keep on breaking up. I don't like that. But we didn't set the tone early with aggression, which we should have. We was very passive in the beginning of the game. We shot a lot of 3-pointers early. So that's why, we don't benefit from when they did try to clog the paint, because there was a lot of fouls that was happening in that time when they did try to take away the paint from OG and Macau. It was a lot of fouls. It was a lot of fouls happening all game. Let's be perfectly honest, man. Let's be perfectly honest. But, we can't cry too much. We can't cry too much because sometimes we do benefit from them whistles. But tonight, we didn't set a tone with aggression going to the cup. I think we felt like, especially because we had very immediate success early, that was supposed to last throughout the whole game. And I think that'd be a problem with this team sometimes. Sometimes when we get immediate success, we try to keep on doing the same thing, even though it's not working for us anymore. But it worked in the beginning of the game, so it's only going to continue to work when you need to mix it up. Before we go on to the next topic, right? I want to say, right, because I just talked about fouls and things of that nature. What's the kid name? McDaniels. What's the McDaniel kid name? What's his first name?
Dyson Daniels.
Dyson Daniels.
Daniels, for
Dyson.
sure.
What the fuck?
Yeah, for sure. I was just reading the private chat. Yeah, funny. Yeah, that guy's a fucking hack, bro. He's a hack, Mister. Oh, he don't want me guarding you. This is what's considered an off night. I'm just letting you know. This is an off night. He still gave you 24 on an off night.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He gave you 24 on the off night, but this I don't like it. I don't like his game. I don't like his game. It's very handsy. It's very much fouls. Like I just said, it's very much fouls, right? but they let him get away with it because he's considered the what they call him, the barrio thief or whatever they call. I don't know what the name of where he's from. I don't care that much, but the barrio thief, whatever they call him, so they let him get super handsy on defense, and he fouls a lot, and he still get work. He was smacking Jalen Brunson in the face all night. This is not excuses. It's right. Go back and watch the tape. Go back and watch the tape. When I have bad losses, I take my losses like a champ. But this was a bad loss, but at the same time, Jalen Brunson got a shitty whistle tonight. Shitty whistle. He should have got a tech. I'm saying,
I agree. I never see him that angry on the court to refs.
Sis, I wanted him to do more. I wanted him to get the fucking tech. I wanted him to actually get the tech. I wanted him to get in a ref face and be like, what the fuck are you watching? Because there's nobody in NBA that can check this man. There's not a person who's playing basketball, regardless of size or skill, that can check Jalen Brunson today. So if I'm telling you I'm getting fouled, it's because I'm fucking getting fouled, and this bum know he can't check me, so he gotta beat me up. But yeah, moving along. Unless anybody got else to add on what I just said.
I feel like it didn't help that we let guys like Luke Kennard come off the bench and burn us. I think he went like 4 for 5 from the 3-point line. His last 2 3-point shots kind of killed us. Another game by Okongwu, we had no answer for him defensively. He was cooking us again for the second straight game. The guy Nikhil Alexander, what's his name? Walker. Another kid that we had no answer for. We had to do a better job at defending those guys. Jalen Johnson had a triple-double. At some point we got to look at this team. They got to go to the drawing board and look at what they did wrong, because for those guys, especially Okongwu and Nikhil Alexander Walker, those guys was cooking the last 2 games against us. They cooked us. You know what I'm saying? So, these guys just gotta go to the drawing board, see what they're doing wrong, make adjustments, and just come back stronger the next game.
So to move along, right? I want to talk a little bit more about the officiating. I don't want to make it a big issue, but I do want to ask a question about it. At what point does the lack of whistles on Jalen Brunson become a real problem? Not just bad luck. Who went the last time? It was Sis.
You know what? I'll tell you about this. I don't want to say that this is like a Nick thing, but I kind of find it interesting.
I was about to say solo yourself. Yeah, for sure.
I think I kind of find that very interesting. I've been a Knicks fan since 1989. And for a long time, I didn't think that Patrick used to get calls. Then we went a couple of years. I didn't think that Houston or Sprewell got calls. Then after some time, I didn't think that Melo got calls. And there was always this kind of excuses like, oh, it's their style of play. It's that bully ball mentality. It's like they're
and Randall.
And then Julius Randle was having the same problem. Now you got Jalen Brunson doing it again, and I don't know what it is. But when other Knicks fans, and of course on this panel, we discussed that, and we say that you need to put some more respect on our players.
I think that it's a little bit more than respect. It's just like it's more like you need to start thinking about preserving and understanding who the stars of this league really are. You'll protect LeBron. You'll protect Curry. You're not protecting Shea. You're protecting Joker. You're protecting Wemby. You're protecting those. You're protecting all those names, and you should. But is Jalen Brunson just not a big enough name for you yet? What more does this man have to do? This man's already won Clutch Player of the Year, NBA Player of the Week multiple times over, Player of the Month multiple times over, including last month again. Is now in the talks of the MVP candidacy and is leading one of the most storied and famous franchises in all of the NBA, wearing the heaviest jersey, being the captain of the New York Knicks, and he can't get calls. Not even, I mean, it's one thing if he doesn't get calls on the road, but he can't even get calls on his own court. Something has to be done. This is getting ridiculous at this point.
For the next person, go. Knickerbocker Ave, you just inspired a rant. So, and when everybody else finished,
the button will be ready.
Yeah. Friday.
Let's go to Anna right on this one.
I mean, Knickerbocker said everything. Like, I don't even know what to say after that. But I will say this: if y'all not gonna call the right calls on for JB, let me say that it needs to be even across the board. And I think that's what is the frustrating part for this team, is that it's not even across the board on both ends. Like, yes, the numbers today didn't look as bad as Houston. San Antonio. But when you watched the game and saw how physical they were playing, and they were not, and they were allowed to, and every time we touched them, we got called. It just didn't look fair. And so I think that's why he's ultra frustrated. Yes, he's getting beat up. You see it night in and night out. I mean, I don't even, that reversal of the 3-point call that they challenged, I don't see how he did anything other than his motion. That is his motion on every shot. You know what I mean? And they're saying he kicked out his back foot. That is ridiculous. And that just shows, how ridiculous the calls were tonight. I think, like Knickerbocker said, we've seen this with Pat, we've seen it with Melo, we've seen it with Randall, and season after season, there's one player that just doesn't get the calls. And this season for us is really two of them, because when Cat is playing, he's getting beat up in that paint. And no calls. I think Mike Brown got to say something, because it seems like when the coaches start talking, then you might start getting some calls your way, because that's what it looks like to me.
You stole some words, and you also inspired Morant. So I'm just gonna keep it there. Knickerbocker, you're doing a great job of saying who need to go next. I'm gonna let you keep on choosing who need to go next.
I mean, I didn't get to hear what Av said because my battery died on my laptop. So I missed his rant. My bad. But if he mentioned the whole Melo Pat Julius thing, I completely agree.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because I heard Anna say it. So yeah, he's our superstar, man. And I still remember the times when Melo used to get smacked across the face with his headband covering his eyes and never get no calls. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of treatment that our players, not just Jalen Brunson, our players are getting.
But it is what it is, man. Like these refs have it out for us. It's I do think there's something against the Knicks for some reason. I don't understand it. But I think that we're gonna, we have to overcome that, man. Like when we're if this is the season of destiny and this is the season of championship, then we gotta overcome all this bullshit and just keep fighting through it and find ways to win. It's simple.
Fraz, holla.
Well, let's think about this for a second. I'm gonna take it at an angle that no one took it. Um, Foul hunting. That's what the main premise that is being perceived with Jalen Brunson, because they're basically saying like that Brunson like over exaggerates the contact, or he when he initiates contact, it's deemed that he's at fault, not the defender. Okay, so let's keep that in mind as we're covering this topic. He's also looked at for selling a lot of this contact, because let's think about it. His style of play, he's quick, he's shifty. So sometimes when he hits him with like a change of pace move, it'll put a defender in an awkward spot. And again, it'll be looked at as Jalen Brunson is the one who's at fault, not the defender. So you gotta keep that in mind, because I think that's the other missing piece to what everybody else said. So
The button, don't press the button yet.
I won't.
Fraz has a good idea, but it's not all the way accurate. The narrative around Jalen Brunson, he's 100% accurate on that. The narrative is that Jalen Brunson's a foul hunter. But to be honest, when it comes statistically, Jalen Brunson is not even in the top 5 in foul attempt.
I did say Percy.
No, I'm just saying the narrative for Jalen Brunson around the league is that he hunts fouls, which is not true. He don't kick out legs. He's not hooking arms. He's playing the game the way the game is supposed to be played. Go ahead, Knickerbocker.
He ranks 22nd in free throws among all NBA players. 22nd. How's that foul hunting?
So if you heard what I said, he's not even top 10. You feel me?
And 22nd.
If you watch the basketball games, he's not hooking arms. He's not kicking out legs. He's playing the basketball game. You're mad at him because he has twist, and when he do the same exact move that everybody else in the fucking NBA does, right? To snap the head back. It just looks crazy because he has twist. That's what you're mad at him for. But when you look at when you look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play basketball, now you can fucking press the button. When you look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play basketball, you're talking about somebody who's making faces, who consistently pushes off. This is the separation. Everybody want to talk about skill. They want to talk about skill for this fucking guy, right? Oh, look how he creates separation. But he's creating separation by doing this all game. Jalen Brunson never does that. Footwork, leverage, actual fucking skill. turnaround fadeaway jump shots in the best defender you know face. That's what Jalen Brunson does. But yet still, he gets disrespected and don't get the calls that he rightfully deserves, especially tonight. When you look at it, they were beating my guy up. Beating him up. Disrespectful. The yeah shit be throw me off. But disrespectful. Jalen Brunson is a superstar in this league. He's not an all-star. He's not a regular star. He's a fucking superstar in this league. You're talking about somebody who is third. Last time they checked the numbers, he was the third in the East in all-star voting against people we all know he should be in front of. Giannis has been unhealthy on the losing team. Who else was in front of him? I forget who was in front of him.
Maxey.
On a fucking team that's below. Maxey be hooping. But he's on a lower echelon team. Jalen Brunson absolutely should be number one as far as all-star voting go this season. But yet he gets calls like he's a fucking peasant. Shout out to Sis too for mentioning the fact that Cat don't get the whistle that he deserves. People be fucking my boy up. They be beating Cat ass, but yet you call the whistles when he doing the chicken wing, but yet still when he go to the cup, he gets fucked up every time. You know how hard it is to stop a mobile 7-footer without fouling him? You talk about a mobile 7. He's not just going from the block doing a simple spin move. He's coming from the 3-point line, getting past his defender, and they're pushing, they're grabbing, and they're knocking him on his ass, and no fouls is being called. Same thing with Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is shaking your favorite defender out his boots, and all he could do is grab him and push him down. Big Tone is a Heat fan, is he? Is he not?
Yeah.
Oh, I got time today. I got time today. I got fucking time today. Listen, you fucking, you know what? You know what's the crazy part? They want to call us bottom feeders, right? But what are they doing this season? What are they doing this season? Feeding on the bottom. And then what they go, oh, but we won the championship before y'all. But what are y'all doing this season? Fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. Tyler Hero is the second best player on your team, and he's ass. He's ass.
They're eating a dick. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing over down there.
I would not trade Kevin McCullough for Tyler Hero. And that guy barely plays for us. I would not trade Kevin McCullough for Tyler Hero, and that's the second best player on your team. Shut the fuck up. Sit down. Sit down. Be humble.
Yeah,
Sit down.
He's got lots of time. That's just, he has a lot of space in between his teeth. Motherfucker.
Yeah, Tyler Hero's ass. He's ass. Yo, and to be perfectly honest, Bam Adebayo is barely good. He's barely good at basketball. He gets way more credit than he deserves. He's barely good. Has he ever been an all-star? I don't think so.
I think like twice, maybe.
He has.
Didn't they say the last time we played them on the TV that Asia should show him how to shoot?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, she should. She's a better shooter than him. Yeah, listen. Tone, the laughing emojis is fine, right? But the clown word might get you blocked. Relax. You feel me? It might get you blocked. I like you. Even though all you do is post, I think you're respectful enough to know that calling somebody a yellow clown could kind of get you blocked. So relax. You know what I mean? But yeah, Your team is ass. 16. Yeah, they was about to block you. I told them not to block you.
Steve, now you doing too much.
All right. Nigga Baka. Do what you did early. He's out of here.
Oh, wait, no. Hold on. All we do is talk? What the fuck do you think we're supposed to be doing? What? We're gonna be on here peddling for money, asking niggas to fucking hit us up with a Snapchat, hit us up with a fucking yo, fucking inbox me some money, son. You know why you gotta do that? Because nobody fucking watches you. They're watching you on our channel. We're giving you fucking clout, nigga.
Yo, hold on. Yo, nigga Baka. That was the guy that was supposed to show up?
Yes, this been that whole it's the same one.
No matter of fact, don't block him yet. Don't block him yet. Yo, son, you pussy.
You was on.
Yo, hold on.
You was on, and we invited you. We treated you cordially. You came up with the bet. Y'all came to the agreement, and now you still talking shit because you think that you're fucking. You actually have some like kind of.
My God.
Yo, what's good, King? What's good, my brother?
King, what's
good?
King, yeah, all right. Enough attention for him.
131 subs, but you be paying attention about every one of them, aren't you, bitch?
But wait. This is the same guy who said he knew that he was gonna lose that last game against the Knicks, right, Tom? Right, Tom?
What? Who is this guy? How many subs did
right?
Who is
Let you on? You know what? Get the fuck off my show, bitch.
You listen. Yeah, I like nigga Baka. Yeah, nigga Baka ass. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like this nigga Baka ass. Yeah, man, pack him up. Fuck out of here. Pack him up. Yeah, let you on. Nah, you been wilding. We would have if you was respectful.
No, because he don't let people talk. He likes to over talk. He's one of those that just over talks and says a bunch of nothing.
I didn't even watch that. Hold on, I'm trying to see what because he's talking about our subs. I want to see what he's doing. I need to see because if you not talking about you got like 100,000 subs,
ain't nowhere near that number.
I'm about to cook this nigga. I just need to see for myself. I'm not gonna lie. And I got time today. I told these niggas, man, we got time today. Usually we gloss over these people and they petty. No, did we? There he go. Yeah.
He got 2.1K subscribers off of 2. Right. But he goes live multiple times a day.
Yo, hold on. Shut the fuck up, bro.
And he got 2.4K videos up. We don't even have none of that.
You got more than you bum ass suckers, but yet you here. You here. You know what? I'm the type of person. Listen,
every show.
Listen. I started this shit, right? Tea time, me by myself, as a hobby and a joke because I was bored. You know what I mean? And it turned into something bigger. Yeah. Shout out to my panel, right?
Look at this dumb shit.
No, nobody did. You did. You literally said we had the number of subs that we have. And shout out to every last single one of them. We appreciate all of y'all. Because this is like, this is what we do. We love talking about Knicks. We be doing this if it wasn't for YouTube. You know what I mean? If we cross paths, if it wasn't for YouTube, we still be doing this shit every game. We be on a group chat talking to each other every night about the games. But here you are, Mr. 2,000 subs. Every time, every night, you're here. 1 hour. Hold on. Wait. Before I start doing, because the Frank stand about to be open for sure. I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Frank stand is now open.
Jalen Brunson.
Here you go. Free of charge, you hater.
Eat a dick.
So look, you were cool because I felt like you was respectful. But now you're being disrespectful. So now you have to eat a dick. Now you have to eat a dick because you're being disrespectful. Yeah, I mean, Frank Stand is officially open, bro. You have 2,000 subscribers. You pretty much ain't shit, just like we ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you think we ain't shit, you pretty much just ain't as much shit as us. And you have to spend your time to be here. We was on live for over an hour. You spent an hour of your day. You spend an hour of your fucking evening. It's fucking 11 o'clock at night. You're not getting no pussy. You're not doing nothing else. You're here with us. You're a Heat fan. You're a Heat fan, but you're here talking about us, calling us losers. Who loves? Yo, I've never even thought about going to watch anything you're talking about. I don't care. My panel is petty. They like to make fun of people. They're petty. They like to make fun of people. So they saw you doing what you do. It's like, oh, we gotta see who this guy is. They told me you was crying after losses. Real tears. Real fucking tears, bro. But you're here harassing us about dumb shit.
Hold on. You said his sons are older than me? Okay. Then how about you act like a fucking human being? Act your age for once. And how about you afford the proper respect? Because if you want to come on a basketball talk show and talk basketball, we will welcome that. On any platform I'm on, I welcome any fan to talk what they want to talk. But if you just want to talk shit, okay.
Wait, nigga, hold on. He's older than us.
He's older.
Oh, he's old.
He's like 60 something.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way.
Yo, wait. I said before, I say it again. He giving me disgruntled Knick fan vibes. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, so listen.
It has to be. Because why else would you come on a Knicks talk show who supposedly has less followers and subscribers than you do, talking about we only have 931? Okay, well, thank you for fucking counting, because we were wondering just that or just right now. But then you want to come talk shit, and you don't even come up with any numbers, any facts, anything about basketball. You just want to talk shit. You want to clown us. You want to take the shit personal. Then let us know. Let me know.
I've made my bones on not doing this kind of shit. But again, I'm annoyed. So I got time. So you mean to tell me you're going to take time out of your retirement? You're going to take time out of your retirement, right? Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I pray to God that I have more life to live, because it could be over at any minute. But you're going to take time out of the limited life that you have left to sit here and just talk shit. You're not even talking shit. A lot of it is just crying emojis. You're not even saying, oh, you're bad because of...
And copy and paste shit. That's all he does, because it's the same fucking comment over and over and over again. Like that's actually something. Okay, so you know how to operate a smartphone. Good job, buddy.
Yo, listen. You hate our bum-ass team, but
he watches us.
But you love Knicks and Ish. So you know what? I take it back. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to have anybody else block you. I want you here. I want you here to enjoy the victories. Because yo, this is why Frank's my guy. You feel this? But
hold up. I got some Metamucil for him, because you make sure he got his fiber. You know what I'm saying? He's up there in age. He's got to get his Metamucil. He got to get his fiber up.
Tiger Bomb, all that. He gonna go to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning and wake up at 4. You know what I mean? Because it's what old people do. Yo, it's hilarious. I didn't watch the episode that you was here. I should have. My bad, panel. You know what I mean? But
I booted him.
oh, you booed him during the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure did. Cause he just talk. He talks a bunch of nothing. You know when people just talk to talk, but they're not saying shit. That's him.
It makes sense.
Kept talking, not allowing us to talk. So you're not doing that on my show.
Facts. It makes sense because he does the same thing in the comments. But let's keep it moving because.
But we were talking about Jalen Brunson and fouls. So I got something for y'all.
Sister got a video. Did you get the video?
I play by the rules. I'm not a foul baiter. I just play by the rules.
All right. Get your message across.
Be disciplined on defense.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Because I was about to say that one move, bro. That one move, bro.
Now that's
Don't reach.
Dribble and you just jump backwards for your jump shot.
Hold on, I don't jump backwards.
You don't jump backwards?
Go look. Go watch the film. I jump
Go
straight
watch
up.
the film again.
You're
Go
running.
watch the film again.
You're running full speed.
I don't know about that, Jay. I done
Hold
seen
up.
you jump back before.
Hold up. Mm-hmm. When I'm going right, and the defender's on the screen, right, and you're supposed to trail or try and get back in front,
right.
If you're running full speed, right, I'm gonna shoot.
That's playing the game.
I'm gonna shoot, and if you foul me, you foul me. I'm not saying, oh, I need to get fouled. I'm gonna see if there's contact, right, right, and then I'm shooting the ball regardless. I'm going to score.
And he does.
Did you hold on? Did
a lot?
That's the lack of.
Dad, Kev, my fault.
That's just the lack of discipline on the defender. He's doing what he's supposed to do, and that's it.
Yo, Kev, did you hear my man say, I'm going to score?
I'm going to score.
And he does that.
Yeah.
That was the most important part of that whole conversation. It's like, yo, I'm not trying to get you to foul me. I'm going to score regardless. You just happen to foul me because you're not being disciplined on defense.
Right.
I'm going. Let's really break it down, right?
Because I got a question to that. Because and this is directly to you exactly. Doesn't that sound like somebody we once knew who actually says stuff exactly like this? Isn't there a specific, what's that word, mentality behind that?
We already know what it is. We already know what it is. And it was a coach. It was a coach that kind of coached all these guys that said he has that same mentality. And he happens to be coaching the Knicks right now. That's all I'm saying. There's a coach that coached all those guys. I'm talking about the Kobe's.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace to the Mamba. Still got some of the most fire shoes in the NBA right now. And just got a pair, and I'm jealous.
Where are they? Where are they? She's gonna go get them.
And they're signed by JB, the JBPE editions. Yeah, signed. But yeah, Dirk Nowitzki, like he coached those guys, and he said that that's the same mentality. Yeah, show off, Yeah, ooh, the Mambas. Yeah, that's a fire sneaker. And the sad part is you could never wear them bad man, but
and they have not been worn.
They're not gonna be worn. The only way they get worn is if JB himself put them on, but I don't think that's the size.
Yeah. Nah, but
you gotta put them shits in a bin, in a plastic bin.
All I'm saying is,
I'm buying. You know what? I know your birthday's coming up soon, so I know exactly what to get you.
So you know, that's the kind of person that JB is. He's not looking to get fouled. He's looking to get the bucket. Y'all foul him. That's it. Because you can't check him. You can't check him. If you want to look at foul bays, you look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You look at somebody who's throwing himself on the floor instead of looking to score the basket, right? Jalen Brunson is looking to score the basket every single time. He wants the and one. He's not looking to get the, I just want the foul. I want the and one. I'm sweeping my arm across because you're going to hit my arm. I'm going to go up in my shooting motion, and I'm going to score the fucking basketball. That's the difference. All right. We are an hour and 15 in. I'm going to ask the panel because we are running late. We got two things to talk about. Should we keep going? Landry Shamet and Mitch Robinson.
Keep going.
Keep going?
Keep going. Why not? It's freaking give Tone something to fucking do since he's all the time in the world.
Yo, listen, Knickerbocker Ave, I like when you listen. I like when you like this. You feel me? Yeah, this is the Knickerbocker Ave I need.
No, you see, that's the thing. I'm usually like pretty chill. I'm a little older now. I turned 45 in a couple of weeks, and I'm trying to be like, set a better example. But if you push me, you gonna get the old Bushwick nigga. I mean, the old school Bushwick. When niggas didn't want to walk down Knickerbocker Avenue. Yeah, if you didn't know that, Big Tone, Knickerbocker Avenue is an actual street in Bushwick, Brooklyn, where it used to be like scary as fuck to walk down there past 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know your old ass don't know where that is, but I'll draw you a map.
Yeah. I like this one. Yeah. So now we talking about Mitchell Robinson tonight, right? He missed his third straight game in a row. They call it ankle management, aka load management. Are the Knicks being overly cautious with Mitchell Robinson, or is this smart long-term management? Nick, you have to choose because I forgot who we doing.
I'll be very short and sweet. I'm okay with it for for right now, but this is getting kind of annoying. This is also a contract year for Mitchell Robinson, so I'm looking at it from his perspective. If you're not out there, how are you going to boost up your value? Right now, you're only making about 11-12 million a year. I'm pretty sure that you're going to be looking for a $20-25 million a year contract coming next season. It's going to be hard for Knicks management to justify that, even though they have the bird rights, they have all the ability to do so. The thing is that it's going to be hard to justify that if you're not on the court. I mean, it's been said a billion times, over the last few years. How often is Mitchell Robinson being able to play more than 60 games in a season? I think he's done that once or twice in his whole career, and that's sad to see.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not stressing it. I mean, long term, yeah, you want him ready for March, April, May, and June, but at some point, when is this nonsense going to stop and we're going to have a full squad? Because eventually we have to get our stride when we have a full squad. And, there is also playoff positioning and seeding that we have to consider. So the more we do this and the more games we can end up giving up, the less his value is also going to go down too. So it's twofold.
I would have to agree because Mitchell Robinson is 27 years old. 27. He's not a young guy anymore. And he's a big man. So if you were never able to be healthy for a full season, the opportunities for you to start being healthy for a full season is starting to be slimmer than none. You know what I mean? So the Knicks really are in a weird position. They have to either figure out what they're going to do with him now and manage him the way they are, or, I don't want to see the other part. Knickerbocker, choose who go next.
Okay, so this isn't the first time we've been through this with Mitch. How much more are we gonna be able to deal with it? At some point, you gotta say, well, Mitch has already been injured and then continually going to be injured into his prime years. Do you want to pay for a guy who's going to be hurt half of the time in his prime years? That's the question. It's great when he's on the court, but when he's off the court, it's a detriment to the team. So again, the question you got to ask yourself, Knicks fans, is worth continuing Mitch Robinson a roster spot moving forward?
I got a theory, but I'm gonna wait. Knickerbocker, choose.
Y'all know Mitchell Robinson's my dude. Like, I've been rocking with him since, I don't know, forever. I'm getting annoyed at this. 3 games in a row is a bit much. I thought he was sitting out of New Orleans to play against San Antonio because they have Wemby, another big man. And then they sat him out on ankle injury management, whatever the hell they call it. So then I'm like, all right, he sat out too, so he's going to play the Hawks. And then you sit him out again. Like, to me, this is not injury management. Sitting out 3 in a row is not injury management. Something else is going on, whether it be an injury or something else. I don't know. Tomorrow we play Philly, and Embiid is probable. So if the Knicks don't play him tomorrow, then something definitely is up. But my issue is this. I was okay with it early on in the season. Like, okay, let's preserve him for later on. But at the same time, we need a consistent lineup. And we haven't had that all season, specifically in the center position. And yes, Ariel Hukporty played well today. And he gives us solid minutes. But he's not Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? So we need that consistency. Ariel will be good backing Mitch up, but he's not Mitch. And so we need some type of consistency. Missing him 3 games in a row is just too much. And, it's causing us to lose. I honestly believe he plays San Antonio, we win that game. He plays tonight, it's a different outcome as well because his presence alone changes things. Not only his rebounding, but just his defensive presence. So, resting him for ankle management injury management is costing us games. And I'm not liking that shit.
Kev is next. Yeah, Kev, holla at me.
To be honest with you, I've come to terms with the fact that when it comes to Mitch, it is what it is, man. I think this front office, this team, they worry about his injury history, and I think that's the reason why we're getting what we're getting, a Mitch that's not gonna be, playing every day, and we might not see him for like a week. Who knows? Because I feel like they're really quiet about things, and they keep things under the rug. You know what I'm saying? They're tight knit with it. Pause. But I feel like this just gives Huck Porty an opportunity to develop while he's gone. You know what I mean? I think that's what they should be doing at this point because, it is what it is when it comes to Mitch. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to change. It's never going to change. And I do expect this to happen later on. I do expect it. So I already come to terms with the fact that that's how they're gonna use Mitch, and it is what it is.
You're on mute.
So I may have a largely conflicting view. What if? I feel like I'm snitching if I say this. I kind of don't want to say it because I feel like I might be snitching, right? What if the Knicks is just being smarter than everybody else in the NBA? What? Mitch's contract extension is coming up. What if they're trying to keep his value low?
That's fucked up.
Mitch likes being in New York and playing for Knicks. He playing for the Knicks. He's made that apparent. Even with pictures of everybody else being gone and he's still being here and be like, yeah, I'm a vibe. Like he loves being here. But he also loves living where he is, and the Knicks giving him the freedom to do that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like being himself, which he may not get the same freedom anywhere else. If they trade him, he goes to Utah. How often he's going to be able to go to his farm or where he lives? You know what I mean? Like how often he's going to be able to do that if he's on the other side of the country. You feel me? Like I also feel like these things also need to be taken into account for because Leon Rose is a smart motherfucker. Worldwide West smart people. It is viable to say that they will go, hey, Mitch, we're going to have to sit you a few games and call it ankle management because if we don't, your value is going to be too high, and we're not going to be able to match you. And then if, say for instance, right, and this is another reason why this is important. Say for instance, right, what is he making this year? I don't know.
He's making about 11 to 12 million.
So all right, say it jumps up to 15 for the.
They won't.
No, I'm just saying. Say if it will, like it jump up. Or somebody go like Hartenstein's situation, right? We was able to offer Hartenstein like 16, but the Thunder was able to offer him more. It's like, all right, well, we're going to offer you this much. Now, it would look crazy for Hartenstein to be like, nah, I'm going to take the 16. Especially from a player who didn't make that kind of bread before. He's not a superstar. Same thing with Mitch. He's not a superstar. If somebody offered him 16 from the 11, he would look kind of crazy by not taking that. I feel like the only way that they both him and the team could mitigate that because Mitchell Robinson is a minimalist as far as NBA standards go. I got a farm. I got my pickup truck that I dump a lot of money into, but other than that, it's quiet. I'm kind of good with another 11 to 12, 13, maybe 14 million. I'm kind of cool with that. And I'm happy where I'm at. But really, realistically, the organization cannot get away with giving him the same money next year. And we already know we over the luxury tax. So in my mind, this is all hypothetical. I have no inside track. I have no inside information from anybody from the organization. I am not one of those guys that try to make myself look like I am the guy who I speak to people in the Knicks organization, and I know because somebody. No. This is all hypothetical. This is all me and my Knick imagination. What makes sense to me? You feel me? Like I just feel like this might be a ploy at this point. Even though sometimes Mitch didn't look like himself running up and down the court. I will say that much as well. We've seen Mitch running up and down the court. He looks sluggish sometimes. And it's like, he could do a little bit better. You know what I mean? But I also think that he might be playing a long game because he likes being in New York. Why wouldn't you if you're Mitchell Robinson?
Because he does have that farm in Pensacola, right? It's in Pensacola or it's in Texas?
I don't know. Where is that? But it's a big-ass farm. And he loved being there.
I think it's in Nashville.
Is it Tennessee?
Yeah, Nashville.
Oh, why would he want to go anywhere? That's a quick flight. 2 hours, 3 hours max.
And I'm pretty sure Dolan probably hooks him up with the jet. So
even if he don't, even if he had to fly commercial, it's still only a 3-hour flight. It's only a 3-hour flight. But if he goes into free agency, all right, this is where my thought process come into, right? If he goes into free agency, he could end somewhere in California. Now we're taking
depending where the money is, yeah.
We're talking, bro. He could end up in Portland. You feel me? Like they got money. Who they got on the team? Nobody. They got money. He could end up.
He could end up in Indiana.
He could, which is still a different distance from Tennessee than New York. I think they're further away, if I'm not mistaken. I think they are. I think they are. So, somebody got to Google it. I think they are. Tennessee is kind of still on the East Coast. Like, it's still on that, like, train to the East Coast. Indiana is more Midwest.
And so is Nashville.
We might have to Google that.
It's a 5-hour. It's a 5-hour drive.
It's closer. Indiana's closer. It's like an hour flight, and then New York is almost a 3-hour flight.
A word? All right. But
fuck Indiana.
But there's also Memphis. So,
which was wild that they're a West Coast team. Memphis need all the help that they could get.
And I can see them. I mean, hell, they once paid Mike Conley like $50 million. So I can see them doing that same nonsense to Mitchell Robinson.
But I also feel like Mitch Robinson is a minimalist. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the money is nice, but at the same time, like, I got everything I want.
And he is currently the longest tenured Knick. So I mean,
he likes that. You feel me?
I think he does.
I think he likes that. Oh, we had an hour and a half. We still didn't talk about Shamet yet. So what we gonna do?
Go ahead.
Sis said go ahead. There's 2 other people on the panel. So
Fraz?
Should the Knicks guarantee Landry Shamet's contract?
He went. All right, so I guess that's the answer. He went straight into the answer. I was asking if we're going to talk about it or we're going to discuss tonight. He just went straight.
I was going to get into it.
Yeah. Keep going. Go ahead.
And hold on, before we go there, just so y'all know, it's an hour flight from Memphis to Nashville.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Even though they're in the same state.
Yep.
No, that makes sense because I drove through Tennessee and it took a minute to get through Tennessee.
I've made that flight. I mean that drive when I was driving from San Diego to Philly, and we stopped through Nashville and Memphis. And yeah, I don't know. It's a commute. I mean, and given traffic, because Memphis is bad traffic wise. I will say that Memphis is horrible.
You know, if it's ever a point in my life where I get rich, I'm driving through this country several times. You feel me? Because this, you can't just say I'm gonna drive through the country once. It's impossible, right? Because you don't see the whole entire country, right? You see the spots that like you drive through that one time. And if I'm rich, I'm not driving. So I'm going to do it several times. I could do driving and being like in a camper and going through the country, and I'm in the back watching TV, and we stop at the places in different spots. Yeah, but motherfucker say he just went from California. What you said, California?
From San Diego all the way to Philadelphia. It took me 4.5 days.
You did that in what kind of car you did that in?
I did that in a U-Haul and I put my car in a trailer and we went straight down.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Yo.
4.5 days. I'm the only driver on top of that. So that was even the worst part.
Nigga back ass. Fuck out of here. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
You know I'm a driver, so well, not me. Frank is.
I'm not a driver. If anything, 2 hours, I don't want to do it.
So the first stop we did, we stopped somewhere in Phoenix and we stayed there, and then the next stop was somewhere in like the panhandle of Texas, or like no, not even Texas. It was like what's after Texas? I think it was probably Tennessee. And then we drove through, and I broke all the way through, and I just drove past that. I think I took a nap in Virginia somewhere, and that was it.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Frank. When we drive from here to New York, I'm not gonna hold you. I'll probably drive an hour or two. Frank got the rest.
I'm gonna tell you.
And we don't stop. We don't stop to sleep. We literally one time took a 30-minute nap and booked the rest.
But we see, there's a difference though, because you see, me and Frank, we're very much alike. Since we're both Marines, we know that we got that kind of training. But for somebody else, I'm thinking of T is like if T decided to do that, T's the kind of dude to me like he'll fall asleep driving to Jersey. That's how bad it is.
I be fighting. First of all, my daughter lived in Jersey. She lived in the furthest end of Jersey. Right? Okay. Sometimes it'd be like, yo, wake up. You feel me? And I know I'm not fit. That's what I said. I can't do it. You feel me? Damn. But I will say this because Sis just mentioned it, and we still got to finish this show. But Sis just mentioned it. I'm having such a good time just conversing with you, with all of y'all. I still got to do this. Y'all know in the playoffs when the outside the garden opened up, every last one of y'all got to be there.
I'll be there.
I know you will.
I'm gonna be waiting on y'all because I work just right up the road. So
I'll say that, Fraz. I don't care. We're gonna get you a hotel or something. I know you live in PA. Yeah, we're gonna get you a hotel or something. You know what I mean? And you're gonna be there, and we're all gonna have the most amazing time.
We may actually have to do a show from that spot. Like we have to be all on our phones like this. Like, yeah.
I'm just saying, when we play the Spurs in the finals, y'all better have your money saved up to be down here in Texas too. Cause we gotta show out.
That's gonna be tough.
That's gonna be a lot of money. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not driving that whole entire.
Who said you were driving? Okay, dude, just park your car at my house. I live like down the road from JFK. We'll just freaking commute. Relax.
No, those gonna be. You think those flights is gonna be cheap? They're not.
The flight will be cheap. The entry to the game will be not.
Yeah, this is true. But
it's once in our lifetime. When the last time we was there? How old was
1999?
Teenagers.
1999. I was graduating boot camp.
Well, I don't really know if y'all want me there. I don't. You know, listen, sis. I've seen you at games, and you kind of close to where I be at. You kind of close to where I be at. But me, I'm really rough. I'm really Frankston really be open. Like, we really got to be ready to fight. Like, if you're with me, you really got to be ready to fight.
So essentially, what you're saying is that one of us has to be strapped just in case.
No, I mean, yeah. I'm not snitching. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm pretty sure somebody will already. Because
I mean, Texas is the open carry state.
Yeah. Somebody will.
I have a cousin in Dallas. I'm pretty sure he has no problem lending me one.
But that's not the reason why. I'm the same way here. You feel me? I'm more calm at the Garden because this is my city. You feel me? I'm surrounded by Knicks fans. But outside of there, listen, when the Knicks made the playoffs the year before we had the old man squad, the first year we made the playoffs in a long time.
Okay. 2011.
We was playing the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Packed up that game. Tony Douglas was irking my fucking nerves. Keep on backing up underneath the hoop and not playing no defense against Rondo in transition. It was the nastiest shit I've ever seen. But the way I was violating Celtics fans.
Well, that was 2010. That was 2010. Yeah.
The way I was violating Celtics fans on the way out the building. Like, my uncle was like, yo, my uncle and my father was like, yo, you gotta chill. That's how bad it was.
I feel you, T, because I'm the same. I be going in. Bro, fans be looking at me and looking at Frank because he's with me, giving him the look to tell me to shut the fuck up. And he's like,
all right.
Fans be saying shit about the Knicks thinking nobody's going to say nothing. And who says something? The only girl fan there. Up in it. What you just said, nigga?
Okay, so it looks like we're not going to get into this topic, but we're going to finish the show just talking about this experience. I have had the pleasure of actually hanging out with Mrs. Knicks at a basketball game, at a Knicks game at Madison Square Garden. The way I remember it, this was about 7 or 8 years ago. The Knicks were playing, I think it was the Sixers, but there was a kid in the box next to us with a Steph Curry jersey, and he was talking shit, and she was about ready to fight, like go over there and whoop him, like a novice and some shit. And if me, Jen, Jazz, and I think Missy was with us, if we don't like get in front of her, like I think Kenya was there too. If we don't get in front of her, she may have jumped like the glass partition between the sky boxes to whoop this kid with a belt. I'm like, okay. My dad, who's probably one of the most chill people, is on the floor dying laughing. He is dying. He's like, I'm like, oh shit.
When this last season, right? I'm in front of the guard. I'm at the side of the garden. We watching the game, right? It has to be a guy that's at least like 6'6", 6'7", right? And he's not because Cisno on the side there's the smaller TVs, right? Mm-hmm. But there's the big TV. But we got there late, so by the smaller TVs, there's no way we get anywhere close to it or even see it because there's just so many people. So we go to look at the bigger TV, and he's standing there. This guy towering over the whole fucking crowd. He's not like in the back. He's like kind of like in the middle of the front. So I'm like, nobody can see, and everybody's complaining. So you know me. Yo. And it was a timeout, so like the crowd kind of dispersed a little bit. I squeezed up. I'm like, yo, my bro, like, can you just move to the side? Like, I'm not telling you to move to the back. I'm just saying move to the side. You're like, nah, I'm not moving. I look back because I'm with my people. I'm saying, yo, I'm going to try to be cool. But as I'm standing there, I'm like, yo, fuck this nigga. Yo. Because if I get angry and I miss the rest of this game, you might not be walking home.
In other words, if it existed in that time, if it existed in that moment.
I said that one time, right? And he said, yo, he turned around and said, yo, I'm not moving. He got real gangster. I respect it. I respect it. I looked at the homies and said, y'all respect it because I'm not, listen, I love the Knicks. I'm not going to jail for the Knicks. You feel me? Then, maybe like 10 minutes later, I look, old boy is all the way to the side by the railing. He can still see the game perfectly fine because he's taller. There's nobody even close to how tall this man is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he should be in the game, not fucking watching it.
And he's all the way to the side. And I'm looking at him, and then he turned and looked at me. I didn't even say, like, thank you or nothing. I just looked at him and laughed at him. Because it's something about me. Like, if, say for instance, if that guy, the same guy who was just as rude, was my height or shorter, and he would have stepped on my feet and be like, fuck you. I'd have been like, whatever. Because he was so much taller, it's like, now I gotta make you move. I gotta make you move. I got you. Napoleon complex. Yes, I have one. But whatever. We out of here.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for putting up with us tonight, despite the fact that, you know, tonight was not one of the best nights of, you know, to deal with Knickerbocker Ave or any of us for that matter. It was fun. It was funny. It was fun. It was fun. We will be back tomorrow night as the Knicks will take on the Philadelphia 76ers. You know what to do. Make sure that you hit that like, that comment, that subscribe. Sharing is always caring. We appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're going to control us, at least come up to us and talk basketball, because I'm getting really sick and tired of just trolls for nothing. What?
Nah, I'm just saying, don't leave when it's over. It's all.
I just wanted to say, fuck you, Jalen Brown. I know you mad my boy got player of the month.
Again.
Nightmares because of him.
I wish I said this earlier. Oh, I wish we said this.
But I had to say it. I had to, because we live rent-free in that man's head. We live rent-free in his head. And it's cool. Because we want to see y'all. Because you talk so much, I want to bump y'all out of the playoffs again. Again. So keep talking. Because all you doing is waking up the bear. JB sees it. He ain't going to say nothing. But when we play y'all, you going to regret this shit.
We're better than we were last year. Yeah, but yeah, Knickerbocker, wrap us up.
So thank you very much, everybody. This has been Knicks and Ish. For Kev Rodriguez, who stepped out because probably his battery died. For the First Lady, Mrs. Knicks. For the Parlay, Lord Fraz Taz. And, of course, the spark plug that is always sparking, Mr. Tea Time. I'm your boy, the infamous Knickerbocker Ave, saying thank you so very much for joining us. And, Fraz, if you please.
Hit the outro.
Boom shakalaka! The Knicks are grit. These kids and our party just lit. Bet it's the littest.